All right, how's it going, everybody? Landon, what is up? Claudius, what's going on? Welcome back to another stream. Today we're going to be doing a little like Christmas bell sculpture thing. Um, Hold on, what is it called? A spiral bell. So we'll see how this thing turns out. Printed off on my Anycubic Cobra 3 as usual. I think this is day 4 of 3D Printmas Live, and I know when does your S1 Max come in? Held Sneeze, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Oh, nice. What kind of stuff are you making? Oh, it doesn't say yet. Yeah, I haven't even seen when that thing like officially announces because it's definitely not out yet. I know that for a fact. Today we are printing off a spiral Christmas bell. Shoot, what was the first day? Oh, we did this guy. One of the days, can't remember which one it was. So yeah, today we have spiral Christmas bell. Yeah, the S1 Max is huge. How long does it take? This is going to take about, I think, an hour and a half is what the print time was predicting. So somewhere around there. Complete Noob. Is this just one you get off Amazon or like a fancy setup? Always was curious about 3D printers. So this one, I'm not sure if you can get this one on Amazon. You might be able to. I think Anycubics might be on Amazon. I'm not sure. Um, fancy. I don't know if I'd classify them as being fancy 3D printers. They're definitely part of like the core, like 10 companies that make consumer 3D printers. I would think. Um, when I think fancy, I think more Flash Forge, Ultimaker, Prusa, Bamboo, I guess. So this is like second or third tier. I'd say Creality is up there definitely as well, and then Anycubic and Elegoo, Anchor Make when they were still a thing, they were all kind of like in the same playing field. So um, yeah, Will, what's going on? Welcome back to another stream. Did you grab that Freddy cover? No, I didn't. Dang it. It's out my shed still. I forget every single time I go out there. It's sitting there staring at me like, you gonna take me inside, dude? And I forget. Yeah, I got my Elegoo Centuri Carbon already going. That's why I was printing off something else for a different video. That's why I don't have it shown on the live today. But definitely going to have to do that soon. I know I said that I was going to do that in the last stream. I was going to do this in Centuri Carbon, but things change sometimes. I wing it. For YouTube Live. Yep. See? You learn something new every day. So yeah, we'll see how this file turns out. I always get a little sketched out with these sort of prints just because they're a little, I don't know, risky, I guess you could say. So far, seems to be okay. But this is very early stages of the print, so we'll see how it turns out. Uh-oh. We got combos coming in from Splits. Splits, I appreciate the 100s. Do I remember you? It's kind of hard, man. I can't hardly keep up with these names anymore. It does sound familiar though. Wait, Splits. No. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of I think it was Speed Demon is who I gotta print off the Pitbull for. It would be cool to make a life-size Freddy Fazbear from the second movie. Don't even start talking about the second movie. I haven't seen it yet. Okay, and I already got spoilers, and I don't want to know. So, fair warning, don't tell me nothing about FNAF 2. If you say something about FNAF 2, I'm banning you. Bedtime soon? Nah, forget that. Don't sleep. It's not good for you. All right, so let's check the poll real quick. We got 13 votes going on. Lego Santa coming in first. I found a really cool big brick file on, I think it was Printables, and the guy's made a couple of his own files, and he made his Santa Claus one free, so I might try to print that out because it's really cool. And then next up is the fidget clicker for Christmas. I'm not sure which one we could do. I did a gift and a tree so far, so we could definitely figure out something else that we could do. It'd be cool if they had like a Rudolph one. And then the Tea Light Decor and the Hue Forge. Oh, I'm not doing the Lego Santa tonight. No way. This will probably be the only one that I do tonight. That big brick Santa that I was talking about is literally like a foot and a half tall, and it's like 9 different build plates. So I'm not gonna be able to do that on a live. But I'll do it for a short. If anything, what I could do is I could print off like his hat or something, like the last part of it, and then like put it all together, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So what's going on? Welcome to the stream, Landon. I will see you later, man. Appreciate you coming out. Gina Stouffer, what's going on? Welcome back to another stream. Oh, okay. Y'all, my freaking print just popped off. All right, well, that's the end of that one. Let's do something else. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. It's coming out good. No way it was going to hold. I knew I should have put a brim on it. Whatever. Okay, let's figure out something else we should do. So far, we got Lego Santa. Let me see if I can find a small one. Give me 1 second. Ortola, thank you for the laughing disco. I appreciate it. How much does the 3D printer cost? The one that you're looking at, I think right now is about $300-ish, and that's a pretty normal price for beginner level consumer 3D printers. I recommend either this one, which is the Anycubic Cobra 3, or the Elegoo Centauri Carbon is another good enclosed one. C-Cop, high five, bro. Thank you for the high five. I appreciate it. You know what I'm going to do? Because I don't feel like sitting here messing around with things for an hour. I am going to put this on here. We're going to do this in a single color, but it's going to be a benchy, okay? So let's see how fast this thing will print off. Hour, 18 minutes, I should be okay. All right, the printer's about to start doing its thing. It failed. It popped off the bed. It launched it right off the build plate. Yeah, no problem. Anytime. Please make a stormtrooper. I should make a stormtrooper. I kind of want to start. Have any of you guys seen the the big brick like collections that these people do of like these massive like Lego dudes. They look sick. I know you want Freddy. I gotta do Freddy because the movie. I might end up seeing it tomorrow too. Okay. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Ooh, what's that? A floating heart? Thank you very much. I appreciate the floating heart. And the thumbs up. So yeah, next stream I will definitely make sure to get that Freddy one. We might do that one live. Ooh, we should do a live resin print. And that might be a little boring. That might be fun. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we decide on. Okay. You should also make a Batman. Yeah, I should make a Batman. That'd be cool. I should make a Batmobile. I had that for a while. That suggestion whenever I was doing the cars there for a couple streams straight. I know a lot of people wanted me to do the Batman. All right. So we should be good to go now. Bartola, I appreciate you saying that this is your favorite live stream. You're one of my favorite viewers. Dipsy, what's going on? Welcome back to another stream. Jennifer, I also appreciate you joining into the live stream and saying that it's your favorite. Hopefully, I don't start getting this one all messed up too. Is it going good? Okay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I might be able to do a resin stream. Dummy 13. I gotta do a Christmas dummy 13 if that's the case. How much is a 3D printer? It depends. You can get them for as low as like $199. Ooh, thank you for the hot cocoa, Dibco. I appreciate it. That was awesome. I've never even seen that one before. That must be a holiday one. That's perfect for the Christmas themed prints that we're doing. So thank you for the hot cocoa. All right, Claudius, I'll see you later. Like I said, keep an eye out for that resin stream. I might print it again in resin, specifically for you. Bartola, hold on. Thank you for the thumbs up. Oh, I should start doing that. That'd be fun. Alan, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Real Frosty Blocks. Thank you for the thumbs up, man. I like doing that now. I gotta find all the gifts and just have a bunch of them ready. I got a used 3D printer and got it working and smashed the nozzle last night. Oh, well, that's terrible. Brazil. Make a 3D printer? I don't know if I can make a 3D printer. You only have 18 gems now? Well, thank you for sending me all the ones that you did. I really appreciate it. And definitely let me know any of your suggestions. Mateus, I hear you. I promise. Dummy 13, I'll make it. Christmas Dummy 13. All right. Oh, Is that printer really quiet, or am I just deaf? You're just deaf. No, I'm just kidding. It's I got my mic on my persons, so you can't even hear the printer. But the printer itself is also really quiet. It's probably about as loud as like a microwave, so not much at all. Hey, I have a question. Hold on one second. Bartola, thank you for the GG. I appreciate it. And the babe's mom back again with a happy pooping on my stream. Thank you guys very much. I have a question. I just bought an Elegoo Neptune 4 and it fails repeatedly. The layer lines drift every new layer. Any tips? The biggest tip I could give for you, especially with the Neptune series, is make sure that you have the firmware up to date. If you ever get any of their printers, even if they're brand new, they're going to be, you know, not up to date. So I'm not sure exactly how to do it. You might have to just do it over Wi-Fi, or you might have to use a SD card. But make sure that it's up to date, and then go from there. Other than that, make sure that your Z screws, your the ones that go up, that hold it going up and down, make sure that those are straight and not bent, because that can also cause it as well. So just a few things to keep an eye out for. Make a 3D printed 3D printer on the 3D printer. I actually have done that before. I made a poop bin for the Centauri Carbon. So, done. Said 104 times. Okay. Yeah, of course. No problem. Oh, you can send it 4 times. Okay. How much was this 3D printer? This 3D printer was a combo, so it actually came with um, the Ace Pro, which is a multi-filament unit. I think it was only $380 on sale, like when it first came out. So yeah, really good price for it. And right now, I think you can get it for less than 300. Will, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Bartola, 100, 100. Two more. I'm waiting. Yeah, it wasn't a bad price at all. Another 100. We got one more coming. I know we do. And there it is. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate it. What do you want me to print, Bartolo? What is your suggestion? The baby's mom, what am I printing? This is a Christmas themed benchy, so the little boat, and it actually is a multicolored print, but I don't have the Ace Pro hooked up, so we're just gonna print it off in green. But at the end, I'll show you guys the model, and it's pretty cool. It has a gift on the back with a little boat driver, and I think a little bell on the top. So yeah, just stay tuned to the end, and I will show off the model that we printed. All of the prints that you see there on the bottom, we have done on live streams. So pretty fun times we're having so far with the 3D printing Christmas live miss, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, the next stream we'll probably try to do a resin one. The Lego Santa, we'll definitely have to do that live. I might have that all printed out, and then we'll put it together in a live stream. So yeah, just keep an eye out. You don't know, huh? Huh. Well, you're gonna have to think about that. You should 3D print a gingerbread house. That's a good idea. So I actually did see. Ooh, what is that? Oh, a party hat. I so badly want to jump in front of the camera for Printmas. I know. I so badly want to get in front of the camera and see if it works. If like the little like hat will go on my head, but I'm not. Don't start sending that stuff because I'm not ready and I'm not showing my face on camera because I'm not done up. But maybe next one of these other streams when I actually am sitting in front of it, I think you guys can send a gift and it'll put my like a hat on my head. So don't do it today. Don't even try it. But which that might have been one of them. So thank you for the party hat. I appreciate it. And I'm super excited. But yeah, make a tiny phone. Okay. Keep an eye out. I will. I'll find a file for that. Might have to go ahead and give you a little shout out in one of my shorts, and do it that way, since you sent me all the jewels. But yeah, Jennifer, like I was saying, there's a little 3MF file. You were talking about the gym printouts. Yeah. So yeah, there's a file that it comes like pre-colored and everything, and it's just different plates. So you print off like the sides of the house and then the top, and they're really simple multi-filament prints. You print off in like brown and then the white frosting, and then you just click all the pieces together. So that would be something really cool to kind of put together on live stream. Right? Isn't that awesome? So definitely something else to keep in mind. And who knows? We could probably try to do like a stream of just putting different prints together, like the gingerbread house. Put that guy together. The big Lego Santa, putting him together. Try to get as much out of that stream as we can. So yeah. So one of the next streams though might be a little bit less Christmassy compared to the ones that we've been doing, just because um, I got a Five Nights at Freddy's print that I want to do, and that movie just came out, so it's still relevant. So we'll see. Do you think cars will be built this way someday? Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they've already started to make like the outer shell 3D printed on some different race cars, because the plastic can just kind of take the impact of crashes and stuff like that, and it's lightweight. So I wouldn't say all vehicles. Um, I would. I mean, I guess you never know, right? It could one day. But personally, I think that we'd probably be pretty far away from doing that. Um, I think the fiberglass that they use is kind of the safest route in terms of, just everything. So we'll see. Um, have you seen the 3D printed houses? Yes, I want to do that. I want to 3D print my own house. Are you kidding me? That'd be the coolest. Imagine that in a video. That'd be sick. That'd be the coolest video ever. Let's 3D print my house. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, how much time? Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. We have 1 hour left. One. Make a play button. Oh, like a YouTube play button? Jowie Monster, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. We got a lot of people coming out today. We're doing quite well. I still don't know how to make a gift goal, but that's fine. We're still doing amazing on gifts, actually. How many jewels I got so far? We're at 526. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Levs Jr., what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we can definitely do a pretty one. Hey, there we go. How much did it cost you? Car Lover 703. Thank you for the first super chat of the stream. I appreciate it very much. Hold on, give me 1 second. Doo-doo-doo. How much did it cost me? Wait, what are you asking me? How much did the printer cost me? The 3D printer that you're watching right now? Also, right now, I am printing off a Christmas-themed Benchy, which is like a test print boat, but in like a Christmas style. So the 3D printer, when I got it, it was brand new, but I don't think they had enough like traction yet for it. So they kind of lowered the price, and I got this printer, which is the Anycubic Cobra 3, with the Ace Pro, so which is their full multi-filament unit. So it's the Anycubic Cobra 3 combo, technically, for like $380. So it was actually a really good deal, and I think if you go to buy that now, it's about probably the same price now, just because they've released the version 2 and the Cobra S1, and now they got more printers coming out. So it's a little bit of an older machine, still a really good printer, and especially with all the sales going on right now, you could probably get it for a lot cheaper. So yeah, definitely a really good, I would say, consumer 3D printer. It's kind of hard to say whether or not these things are beginners or not anymore, because they can all do the same thing, you know what I mean? So yeah, definitely really good. Let me see, let me catch up real quick. Shermie Adventures, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Darvin, welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you guys joining in. Do an elf? Ooh, do an elf. I should do an elf on the shelf. That's a good idea. I'll do a little articulating, flexy elf on the shelf. Waiting till it comes out? Wait, what comes out? The new printer? Or are you talking about my print breaking off? Thank you for joining in. I appreciate you coming in, Darwin. Do you make your own designs? I sometimes do. I sometimes don't. If you guys actually look at the extruder head itself, you guys can see my logo is 3D printed onto the front of that. That's a 3D printed part in multiple colors, and I designed that cover myself. So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. The subscribe button that you see in the back, that plaque, the bronze one for the 1,000 subs, that is not real. That is something that I created myself with a 3D printer and vinyl. So, and a Cricut, and then you see the little prints on the bottom there. Those are all ones that I found online. So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Just depends. Do a snowman. I should do a. Well, I did a snowman. Look at the bottom left. I already did the snowman. What's this setup cost? So, as far as what you guys are watching right now, it's not too much. So the 3D printer itself, you could probably get for like $300. The shelving unit that I have is kind of overkill for 3D printers. You really don't need to get a shelf like this. You can get a really, really cool shelf on Amazon. If you go on Amazon, you can get like, 3D printer like cart with like a filament holder and a tool holder and all this stuff, and they're really neat actually, for like $80. And then the lights in the back that you see, the LED pixel panel with the 3D printer animation, and the other stuff. That's all just stuff that I put in there just to look cool for the stream. But honestly, like all together, what you guys are looking at right here, the setup is probably around $400 to $500 with all the stuff that I bought for it. But you guys wouldn't need to spend that much. This is more to make it more appealing for you guys. Oh no, the thing I'm printing, about an hour. Hold on, let me check again. Yeah, 55 minutes, and then it'll be done. I'm gonna start collecting 3D printed stuff. You should, dude. It's cool. It's fun. All the little knick-knacky stuff that I print, I just put them up on a shelf, and I have a huge collection of stuff. What does a printer like this cost in the US? Yeah, like I said, about $300. I mean, if you got $300, you can get yourself a plethora of different types of good 3D printers. It's only when you want bigger sizes or multiple color 3D prints that you're going to start getting into the $5,000 to $1,000 range. How about the Grinch? I should do the Grinch. That's a good idea too. I actually have a cool Grinch 3D print that I did, but I never showed you guys yet. So keep an eye out because I'll definitely be showing that off pretty soon. What day or time is your next live stream? So basically what I've been doing for this 3D printing live stream, 3D Printmas, is I'm doing it every other day. Hold on, I can't ignore this. Car Lover, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate it and can't thank you enough for doing that. Do you create through its own app or Blender? So I don't create a lot of my files. Most of the files that you see me printing off are ones that I found online. I try to include the STL files when I, remember to do it. Sometimes I forget. But if you're going to if you're asking me what is like the best way to make your own 3D models, I would say, hold on. I would say the best starting CAD, and by the way, CAD is just another word for 3D modeling software, but it's online basically, is Tinkercad. And Dragon Slayer, this kind of goes into what you're saying too. Are you pre-designing these on CAD? I am not designing any of these. Like I said, all the stuff on the bottom there, this benchy, that was all made by somebody else. Different files that I found on Printables or Maker World or whatever. But like the logo that you see, the way I did that one was I actually used a software that would take an image, a JPEG, and then turn it into a 3D model, a STL file. So yeah, there's different ways of doing it. I actually made a video on how to create any 2D image or JPEG file into a STL 3D model. So you guys can check that out on my channel. Sorry, I'm kind of going all over the place. I'm trying to keep up. Yeah, it's definitely really cool. And if you go on Tinkercad, super basic. It's shapes and adjusters, and it just makes it really plain Jane and like easy to follow. You can watch like 1 or 2 videos on how to use Tinkercad, and you're ready. So if you want to do it, definitely use Tinkercad before you start using like Mesh Mixer or Blender or any of those ones, because those are a little bit. I say a little bit. Those are pretty intense 3D modeling softwares. Anyways, like I was saying, what day or time is your next live stream? Every other day. So I'll be doing my next one on Wednesday. What time? That one, it might be, I would say most of the time I do it around this time. So around like right now. But I'm not positive. I don't really have like a set schedule for my live streams. I just kind of do it whenever I feel like I want to do it. Sometimes I kind of prep them. I used to only live stream like once a week, and I would set out a poll and let you guys decide what I was going to put together from my 3D prints. And it was actually pretty cool stuff. Like I was doing lightsabers, Pokemon gadgets, Marvel statues, and stuff like that. And I tend to just get a lot more views off of doing these. I think people just like talking to me and watching the 3D printer do its thing, rather than me sitting there holding things, gluing them together. You know what I mean? So as far as the time goes, I'm not positive. I would just say around the same time as right now. But if you subscribe, click that notification bell and make it set to all notifications. That way you never miss a live stream. And what is that? Where was I at? Do a reindeer. I'll have to do a reindeer too. I know, I got to do a lot. I got a lot of Christmas prints I got to do. And Jennifer, do you have a 3D pen? I do. I do have a little 3D printing pen. And I use it to either connect 3D printing parts, or sometimes to make small objects, or even just to kind of give 3D prints a cooler design. Some people use 3D pens to literally 3D print things, which is insane, and I can't do that. But yeah, you can definitely, those things are really cool if you're looking into getting one of those too. It's a really cheap way to sort of just get into 3D printing without having to worry about buying a whole machine, taking up all that room, electricity and stuff, and you can just do however you want. Yeah, definitely. I definitely, the live streams will be a little bit more frequent during this time until Christmas. But other than that, I usually tend to stream a couple times a week. I'd say probably 1 to possibly 3 a week, but I never usually miss a week for a live stream, so definitely keep an eye out for that. I tend to upload something on my channel daily, so whether it's a full-fledged video or a live stream or a short or just a post even, I'm usually active every single day on YouTube, so just keep an eye out. What's the biggest thing I've ever 3D printed? So the biggest thing I've ever 3D printed was probably Stormbreaker, which is Thor's axe hammer thing from Avengers Infinity War and Endgame and stuff like that. But it kind of fell apart and I didn't ever finish it, and I don't even know where it's at right now. So the current largest 3D print that I have is I have a model for a life-size Charmander, which I have printed and I'm looking at it right now. I'm not going to move the camera during the stream, but if you go to my channel, you don't even have to scroll that far through the shorts and the video. You can actually see the different clips that I have of the life-size Charmander. And he's huge. He's like 2.5 feet tall. And it took like 4 rolls of filament to print him off. And I sort of used that model as like a test run for when Anycubic sent me their Cobra S1. So yeah, pretty large file, if I do say so myself. Car Lover back at it again with another super chat. $20 this time. This is crazy. I don't even have words. I appreciate it more than I can express. And yeah, thank you very much. That's awesome. So how long does it usually take, and what's its capacity? And do you often buy the materials when you run out? So if you're asking how long on average like a 3D print would take, it really just depends on how much filament you're spitting out, you know what I mean, and how much the print head has to move on each layer. Um, you know, it could take anywhere from, you know, a couple hours to a couple minutes to a couple days. So it sort of just depends on what it is exactly that you're printing. Damien, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Do you have to buy the prints or do you print? What does it say? Do you have to buy the prints you print or do you make them? Some are free. Some files are free, like all the ones that you see are all free prints. You can buy files as well, and usually those ones tend to be a little bit nicer. And I also model some things. So all the above, Kayla. But yes, usually I don't ever run out of material. All of them, I have like, how many rolls of filament do I have? I think I have like 50 rolls of filament right now. So I'm not ever going to run out. And I have a bunch of different colors and different types of materials. Shiny, matte, regular, flexi, all sorts of different types of plastics. Wood PLA, carbon fiber PLA. So, yeah, you know, if I ever run out or I need a certain one, I just go on Amazon and just, thing is, honestly, I just kind of get whatever's the cheapest. You know, as long as it looks like it's, you know, not like a joke. You know what I mean? Like some Amazon things are kind of like ridiculously cheap or like kind of weird looking. I just get whatever, you know. Some brands tend to be a little bit better with their with the spool when they're made out of like a nice hard plastic. It helps it from not like tangling or getting stuck in the multi-filament units and stuff like that. So yeah, even Hobby Lobby, if you have one of those near you, they actually hold a lot of 3D printing products. Micro Center sells 3D printers. Best Buy sells 3D printers and filament. So a lot of different ways that you can go about getting it. KTM 2-stroke, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Oh, you think I should make a dragon? Okay, I got you. I'll make a dragon. Any size. I'm gonna make a big dragon. It's gonna be cool. What are you making, a benchy? Yeah, so this is actually a Christmas-themed benchy. It has a little present on the back and a little bell on the front. I think it's supposed to look like a box or something like that, but it's a multi-color print, but I printed off in one color for time constraints. So yeah. Christian Daniels, that's quite a couple. What, the gingerbread and the snowman? Yeah. Is it fun to 3D print? Are you kidding me? Is it fun to 3D? Dude, I've been doing this for 4 years straight, and I still watch it like it's the coolest thing ever. It's super fun. I don't know what's more fun, making something that's like, that just works and kind of like is a cool little fidget thing that's like satisfying to print, or if printing off a super high detailed model of like Darth Vader and like Chewbacca is like really cool, or if printing off something that's literally like a full functioning tool. You know, the options are limitless. So yeah, 3D printing is a blast until it, you know, the print fails and then it goes flying off the bed and then you have plastic everywhere. You know, there's the ups and downs, but you know, for the most part, it's awesome. Can you 3D print Beyblades? I don't see why you couldn't, so I think you should be able to. Nobody has made any designs worth printing. Well, I mean, that's the thing. If somebody made a design, yeah, you can print it off, but you know, I don't have any files for that, and I haven't attempted to model it or anything like that. I never even used Beyblades when I was a kid. Also, how come Beyblades are making a huge comeback all of a sudden? Those were like huge when I was when I was really young, and then they were gone, and then now they're back again. I like Bakugan. That was my thing. Anybody in the chat play Bakugan? Anybody had the little Oh man, what color was it? What color was the one that I had that I loved? I think he was like orange or something like that, but he was sick. It was like a dragon. Um, 3D print Bobros. I don't know what that is. Paperlet has loads of mixed files of print. Oh, there you go. See? It was Pogs? What's Pogs? 3D Meats? Well, you know. Oh, what company was that? what company said that they 3D print their meat? I can't remember what it is. what company was it that said that? It was like a pizza company or something, right? You know, it's so funny because when I first heard of that, somebody asked me if I could 3D print like nuclear meat or something. I'm like, what is this guy talking about? Until I'd seen the story. That's funny. I heard of Bakugan, dude. It was a blast. It's these little like balls, and you roll them onto a mat, and then there's like a little magnet underneath, and when it hits the magnet on the mat, it'll pop up. In the show, they like pop up and then they come out. It's basically like a rip off of Pokemon, but there's no ball. It's just that is the thing. They just roll up into a little ball. Empress Malong, welcome to the stream. I appreciate you joining in. Pokemon and Beyblades, yeah, those were definitely the biggest ones back then. Oh, shoot, is my mic still good? Okay. Next live stream, you should make your Kosh-Tech name. So funny enough, I actually have my logo 3D printed on a clear piece of acrylic sheet, and I hung it on my wall. In my normal videos, you're probably able to see it in the back. It's not a huge model, but I've already done that. But you guys want to know something really cool, is I actually kind of sort of modeled this myself a little bit, I guess you could say. So here's my DualSense PS5 controller. I actually put my logo on a replacement version of the touchpad, so you can actually connect it into there like this. So I was thinking about making like a little like short of me like 3D printing all the parts for a controller and then just replacing it. Kind of make like a little Kosh-Tech DualSense controller, but we'll see. We'll see where the wind takes us. What benchy are you printing right now, Brotato Brock? This is a Christmas-themed benchy that I found on Printables. Cable Soup and Bill Gates. Oh, that's right, yeah. That's funny. Kayla, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Love a Pog. It's a game made of metal. Have to throw a slammer card down. Oh, wow. I never even heard of that. Is the game called Pog, or is that like an abbreviation? Or do a puzzle? That's a good idea. Oh, Kayla, yeah, I remember you. You made more videos? Nice. I've seen someone make a benchy, a boat. It was cool. Oh, like it's like an actual full-fledged size boat? That's pretty sick. You ever seen people make, they 3D print a boaty, and it's a like an actual bench, because people call this a benchy, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever. I think that the idea is that this is a test print, and that's sort of like a benchmark. Okay. Kind of dangerous. I know, right? That game sounds like it would be kind of scary. 3D printed girlfriend for me. Oh man. I don't know about that. Do a gun. I don't know about that either. Let's see. I have a little collection of them, including A10 Warhog Benchy. Oh, that's pretty cool. I have one that's kind of neat. It's of it's actually like a little diorama of Jaws like biting it, and the Benchy's split in half, and it's on like a thing of water. That's pretty cool looking. A 6.7? Nah, don't even start, because I don't get that. I said it, but I don't know what it means, and that makes me feel old. Oh, it's called Pogs? Okay, I'll have to look it up, because that sounds interesting. Yeah, make a puzzle next live stream. Okay, yeah, we'll have to see what we got. Like I said, I gotta do that Freddy one, so we'll see. I made a Battleship Benchy one with a motor. Oh, that's pretty sick. What do you mean a motor? What does it do? Does it like drive around or something? Okay, Bartola, if you don't come back, I appreciate you joining into the stream. What's a small list of things for when you first get your 3D printer? Thanks for joining into the stream, Russell. I would say if you're getting into 3D printing and you don't have anything for it, the first couple of things that you're going to want to get is have a soldering iron, a heat gun, isopropyl alcohol, the highest percentage that you can with a microfiber towel to keep it clean, a filament dry box, which is basically a filament dryer that you can find on Amazon, and probably if you go on Amazon and just look up 3D printer toolkit, just get one of those that comes with a wire brush and nippers, different size, little tools and tweezers and stuff that you're going to need to get the small places sometimes on 3D prints. And yeah, that'd probably be my go-to first couple things that you need to get. All right, Kayla, I'll see you later. Thanks for coming out to another stream. I appreciate it. It's a Baby Lab kit for them you can buy. It's awesome. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. It's not fast, yeah. We'll have to see. I might have to do that. That'd be sick. I got a whole thing. Yeah, no problem. That's an awesome gift for Christmas. I printed off the ray gun project. I don't know if you guys remember that for Call of Duty Zombies, and that was a 3D print project. And I got all the stuff for it, but I have like the wrong code. And basically, really, really, really long story short, I'm just lazy and I don't feel like putting it together. So if I were to get one of these Benchy kits and it doesn't work right off the rip, I might try to mess with it like 2 or 3 more times and then I'm done. So we'll see. All right, let's check the poll real quick. So right now in the lead still is Santa, Lego Santa, and I don't think that's going to go away anytime soon. We got 108 votes. Probably just keep this one up through the rest of the stream. Is my print coming out bad, or is that how it looks? Oh, no, that's good. So if you guys see on the back of the Benchy right there, there's a box. It kind of looks like the filament's going all over the place, but it's actually just the bow. So we're doing A-okay. It's coming out pretty good. Yeah, the Christmas fidget clicker might catch up, maybe. But the other two, I think, are probably down and out. So we'll see how the poll ends up going by the end of the stream. Can I just say real quick, the stream's going amazing. We're doing really good. And I almost didn't do it tonight. I was like, I don't feel like doing it tonight. It's always when I don't feel like doing it that it always turns out the best. They're cool. Farrah made a speedboat. Hangs off like the back. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll have to see. I know that they make a lot of like really neat projects that you can sort of just get started through their printers or whatever. Even like helmets and shoes and stuff. So that's definitely a good idea to try those out to see what machines can make. So I'll probably have to take a look at those pretty soon. Can you print the Rock's face? Yeah, we could print off a Rocktopus. We could print off Flexi Rocktopus, articulating squid Dwayne Johnson. Bartola, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, dude, it's actually getting pretty close to getting done here. Let's see how much time we have left. About 25 minutes left. Um, and that might be the end of the stream too. I don't know if I'll do anything else today, but we got a lot of really, really, really good ideas today. And I'll definitely have to look back to the stream and, you know, uh, take some of your guys' ideas and implement them because they are sick. Um, what are good 3D printers for beginners? Jackson Schaefer says. Um, Honestly, the one that you're watching right now is the Anycubic Cobra 3. Really great beginner 3D printer bed slinger. It comes with an app, so you can remotely monitor it. Remote printing. They have their own slicer, prints off 500 millimeters, 600 millimeters a second. So it's pretty standard in terms of speed nowadays. Prints off all most materials, and yeah, has the aluminum bars and everything. So that's a good one. Another good one is the Elegoo Centauri Carbon, $299 USD, and it's fully enclosed. You can print off carbon materials, stuff like that. Honestly, any materials, or I'm sorry, any printers that you see on my channel are all beginner 3D printers. Lance, I can't believe it. Is that a Benchy? Yes, this is a Benchy. This is a Christmas Benchy. Oh, nice. You got the Cobra 3 V2. See, this is the version 1. And then, like Lance is saying, the Cobra 3 V2 is the same thing as this printer, but has upgraded hardware. So, all sorts of things to look out for. Make Dragon any size and color blend too. Okay. Oh, I got you. I know what you want. I know what you're saying. I'll make a cool multicolored dragon with some of the crazy filaments that I have. A1 or A1 Mini? Guess it depends on what you want, Joshua. Honestly, the A1 and A1 Mini, if you're asking like which one you should get between those two, it's just based off the size. You need a bigger one or you need a smaller one. To me, I don't know what it is about the A1 Mini, but it looks so cool. Like, I don't know if it's literally just because it's a rinky dink, but I want the A1 Mini just to put on my desk and have that sit right there because it's so small it'll fit like anywhere. So, I don't know, do the A1 Mini. And then get the multicolor unit with it. Combo's at a good deal right now. Yep, see? There you go. That's what I'm talking about. $350 and you can start printing off in multiple colors. Doesn't get much better than that. All right, Bartola, I appreciate you, as always. Also, we got everybody up in here, and I'm not even linking my stuff. Hold on a second. I got to tag some... can I still do that? I don't know if I can. Will it let me? Hold on. I can. Okay. Okay, so I think it should have updated. Hold on. Let me see. Dude, I just got a gift from GigaChad. Thank you for the 100. I appreciate it very much. From GigaChad. Heat gun, isopropyl alcohol, solder gun, 3D toolkit, filament dry box. What'd I miss? Nothing. That's pretty much everything I said. That is like the 5 things that I wish I would have known that I needed whenever I started 3D printing. So definitely a good little combo right there. Um, Ender 3 V3, nice. That's a really good printer. Good choice. I have an Ender 3 Pro with a touch, yeah. Oh man, it's kind of hard because the CL touch is kind of a little outdated. Um, the Ender 3 Pro is a little outdated. I would say, does that one still have the knobs underneath to level the bed? Do you still have to do it that way, or is it automatic? Because as far as inconsistent prints, I'm guessing you're saying that the bed adhesion is inconsistent sometimes, and sometimes it fails, sometimes it's good, and yeah, it has the knobs. Okay, I would say try to do those every time you print. That's what I ended up having to do with my Ender 3. I had the original Ender 3, which is some garbage. It's actually a good 3D printer when it prints. It's just all of the maintenance you have to do is absolutely ridiculous. But you're probably gonna want to keep that thing level like every other print, maybe re-level it. And see, the thing is though, you have the CL touch, which should completely deter that issue. It should adjust accordingly. Um, it's kind of hard to say. Maybe slow down some of your settings. Maybe hop up in your slicer and change the speed from whatever it is and cut it in half, or cut in half the acceleration because it won't jerk as much. And maybe that could be leading to something. I'm not 100% positive. That's my best guesstimate right now. Cool. Better information. The standard Cobra 3 is on sale. They're out of stock. Oh. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Dang. So you got to upgrade for nothing, huh? That's awesome. What can you do? What can you do? Starter unit. If you're asking what you can print, dude, you can print anything right off the bat. You print a whole Iron Man suit if that's the first thing you want to print. Wow, all your 3D prints are so good. Yeah, I know. Some of these prints impress me. I'm like, oh, wow, that came out pretty good. When I upgrade, what would you say to do? Upgrade the printer or just buy a new printer at that point? Honestly, just buy a new printer. Try to sell that one maybe if you're not attached to it and you don't mind. And then just take that money, put it towards another printer. And if you want a bed slinger, uh, you could just go for the Ender 3 V3, or if you like Creality, or you can go for one of the Elegoo or Anycubic ones, or even Bamboo. I mean, they're all within 400 or less. But definitely try to update the printer. The thing is, it used to be not so much of an issue when the printers weren't upgrading so much every year. But within the last 2 years, all of a sudden, printing companies are not slowing down. They are full pedal to the metal on upgrading and changing these 3D printers to make them better. So the I can't think of the little word that I'm looking for here, but basically, upgrades are worth it nowadays for 3D printers in terms of buying a new one. So yeah. Do you like that printer? And how do you get a better starting level? I have one, and the first layer messes up a lot. So what you're gonna want to do for me, what I had to do because I have over 1,000 hours on this printer, I just factory restored it. So that way all the settings and everything goes back to normal or default, I guess. Then I recalibrated it and redid the Z offset on a test print, and that was pretty much it. And if you don't know how to do the Z offset, that's basically whenever you hit settings while it's printing, it will show you Z offset, and that is just adjusting the height of the nozzle by like zero point 0.0 millimeters just to get it the perfect distance away from your build plate. So, yeah. Sorry if I'm not keeping up with the chat. I'm trying. Let's see, where am I at right now? I have the P1P. Nice, that's a very good printer. Hawk, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Can we see the hue forge you were considering if it doesn't get picked? I don't know if I can show you guys on here anyway. But basically, the one that I was looking at is on, I think it was on Printables, maybe. Either way, just in Google, just look up, what do you call it? I think it was called like a rock and roll Santa hue forge, and it was just Santa with like rock and roll fingers. It was pretty cool looking. Just responding to you talking about the Ender. Oh yeah, what were you saying? Yeah. Oh yeah. The dummy one in your shorts is good too. Maybe print a team. What, a print a team of the dummies, dude. They got some cool ones. They actually have a Santa one. They have like an Iron Man, a Batman. They have all sorts of dummy 13s. Noah Thomas. It works in some spots, but other spots it messes up. Yeah, like I said, factory restore it, recalibrate it, adjust the Z offset. Hey, Claudius is back. What's going on, dude? What you think about Forge Machine? I think you're talking about Flash Forge. Or what's the other one? Flash Forge. No, Flash Forge, right? Flash Forge? Yeah. I think they're good machines. I've never used one personally, but yeah. I've heard good about them. I like their filament. Their filament rolls are awesome. What are you most excited for this Christmas? I like watching The Grinch and Elf, so I'm pretty excited for that. I'm also excited to drink a lot of hot cocoa, and to 3D print Christmas stuff, I guess. I can 3D print a lot of gifts. That's another plus to having a 3D printer. You can make things that nobody else can make. So, do I have any printing tips? I'm not going to give you a boring answer and just say, yeah, I have like a million tips and go look at my channel. So, number one tip I would give, if you ever have any issues that are just completely unexplainable, just factory restore your machine and recalibrate it, get it back to normal so that way you can go and get a fresh start. Another big tip is keep your filament dry at all costs. Don't let any humidity get to your filament. It will ruin it. And last but not least, I would say keep trying to learn more about 3D printing. Don't just get it and just say, oh yeah, it's like a microwave. You just hit play and it goes. While these are almost plug and play, you still want to know what's going on and how G-code works, and what the different vocabulary is of 3D printing. Am I going live again tomorrow? No. Tomorrow I will not be going live, but Wednesday I'll be going live, probably around the same time. Can you print a switch? What kind of a switch? Like a light switch? Like a light switch for a cover, or like a knob? Yeah, definitely. If you're talking about a Nintendo Switch, I actually printed off a little like Nintendo Switch bracket thing around one of my screens on one of my printers, and it's pretty cool looking. Yeah, Flash Forge, I've heard they're good. Home Alone, yeah, that's another good movie too. You know what's my favorite Christmas movie, honestly, is It's a Wonderful Life. That's probably my favorite Christmas movie. Thanks so much. And what do you think of the Anycubic 2 Neo? Is it out of date? Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if you find it for a good deal and you know what you're doing with it, it's fine. As long as you know what you're doing with your 3D printer, nothing's really ever out of date. I mean, things go out of date every day, right? I mean, as soon as something comes out, it's out of date. So, I mean, if you see it and you want it for a good price and you know what you're doing with it, more power to you. I got a printer that's 3 or 4 years old that I use every day. So yeah, no problem. I appreciate all you guys coming out to the stream. I think we're probably gonna end up wrapping it up here pretty soon. Let me see how the poll is. 152 votes. Wow. Lego Santa took off. You guys want Lego Santa, you're gonna get Lego Santa. You know what I'm saying? So keep an eye out for that. Bartola's back. Welcome. How did we do in terms of 3,000 views? Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, yeah. 8. Yellow Zeb, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Do you do SLA printing? No, not really. I don't really get into that material too much. Mostly PLA, sometimes ABSs and PETGs or TPUs. James, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. What 3D printer do you have? I have 8 3D printers currently. I have let me go through them all real quick. For Anycubic, I have the Cobra 3 combo, S1 combo, and the Photon Mono M7 Pro. For Elegoo, I have the Neptune 3 Pro, Neptune 4 Max, Centauri Carbon, and the Mars 5 Ultra. I also have the Creality LCD blah blah blah. It's some sort of like unnamed resin printer that they made way back when. And I also have some accessories, like I said, the Ace Pros, some Sunlu filament dryers, the Elegoo Mercury, which is a resin print washer and stuff like that. So, wow, I need a water. Dude, this stream's going pretty good. I got 45 people in here. Everybody subscribed to my channel. We're getting pretty close to hitting 6,000 subs, which is amazing. I've gone up over 5,000 subs this year, and I can't thank you guys enough. Also, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I actually tagged my little new merch, my little poop sticker in the stream. So if you guys like this idea, if you're into 3D printing, there's not a lot of merch. In case you guys haven't noticed, they don't have a ton of like shirts and stuff like that. So along with my Koshtek logo merch, I also released this, which is a design that I came up with myself. And this is just a pile of my 3D printer poop and just a simple, fun little design that you can have on t-shirts or on hoodies or on hats, a sticker if you just want a decal. And you can let me know if you guys want it specifically in like a tote bag or a phone case or whatever. I can actually add that stuff to my store and then you guys can buy it off of there. And of course, all of the revenue goes to me for these things. So it'll help directly support my channel. So if you guys want to show it off, definitely shout you guys out. Memberships are going to be coming soon to my channel as well. And also, it's kind of just like a good way to give somebody something that if they're into 3D printing or they're starting to get into 3D printing, this is like a fun little joke that can kind of start a conversation with somebody. What the heck what are you wearing? Why are you wearing poop? And then you can explain to them what this is, multi-filament changing, just a fun little thing. I'll leave it here so you guys can check it out. But yeah, all that is on my channel store and should be tagged on the live stream. Yellow Zeb, you sub to the channel. I appreciate that more than you know. Every sub is just as important as the other. I've been doing a lot of talking. I didn't know I could talk that much. 159 votes right now. Lego Santa's going off. You saw hamsters running on a treadmill? Dude, on a treadmill? What do you mean? Like on a full-fledged, like massive treadmill, dude? Those guys are probably like, what the heck am I on? Where's the wheel? That's pretty funny. There is definitely some questionable live streams on YouTube. Like I'll be scrolling through them, and some are pretty cool. Some people doing like woodworking and people like training for like boxing. Oh my god, one of them fell off. That's so sad. Did it get hurt? Did it like fly off the thing? That's terrible. Ooh! The babe's mom sent a sundae. Thank you. That's cool. I've never seen that one before. That is awesome. Thank you to the babe's mom for sending a sundae. I think that might have been the first sundae I've ever gotten. So thank you for that. I wish I could like compile these all up, all my gifts, into like a corner or something, and do something while it's on the stream. It shows the TV that has cars racing. That's terrible. You know those hamsters are like, dude, whoever's doing this to me, one day I'm gonna come back for you. Just checked out your channel. What other printers do you have? Oh man, I wish you could 3D print them. I probably should. If you send a gift, I'll 3D print the gift that you just sent. That's a good idea, actually. Print them, yeah. There we go. I guess that might have to be another stream too that we got to do sometime. What printers do I have? Real quick, I'm gonna say it again. Anycubic, Cobra 3 combo, Cobra S1 combo, Photon Mono M7 Pro, Elegoo, Neptune 3 Pro, Neptune 4 Max, Centauri Carbon, Mars 5 Ultra, and then some accessories for both of those printers. Or for all of them, I guess. So officially right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 printers. I think this print is coming to an end. We got about 3 minutes left on it. And then that'll probably be it for the stream for tonight. Say toy boat 3 times. All right, hold on. I'm focusing. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. No way a hamster's going lightning speed. It is when it flies off that treadmill. What is the best printer and what site do you use to print? I would say the best 3D printer that I have is either the Cobra S1 or the Elegoo Centauri Carbon. And I like to get my files from Printables, Maker World, Maker Online, and Colt 3D, or even Etsy. Thanks for the tips. Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us to the stream. I appreciate it. Today was a very successful stream that I didn't expect to be so successful. And yeah, most of my streams, like I said, I try to do them for like an hour and a half. Like today's going to be probably about an hour and a half total. Upwards to like 3 hours. Keep it in range there. That's also why I tend to print off smaller models most of the time. So thank you for joining in, Mike's Nikes OG. I appreciate you watching the stream. There's a disco ball. I know. The baby's mom sent me that, the laughing disco. And somebody else sent me the laughing disco tonight. I had another laughing disco. It might have been Bart. No, who the heck was it? Oh man, I don't remember who it was. Your phone glitch. What did you say about the printers? Oh my god, it's the 4th time I said it. Okay, ready? Real quick, Shades. Listen. Ready? I'm going to say this really fast. For Anycubic, I have the Cobra 3 combo, Cobra S1 combo, and the Photon Mono M7 Pro. And for Elegoo, I have the Neptune 3 Pro, Neptune 4 Max, Centauri Carbon, and the Mars 5 Ultra. And then for Creality, I have a LCD unnamed resin 3D printer from like way back in the day. Sent it 2 or 1 times. Yeah, okay, so it was you that sent it. How big is Anycubic Cobra? Like 235, 235, 2 something, and then the Cobra S1's a little bit bigger. Where are all these emojis coming from? I got weird dinosaur monster faces from you guys. Yeah, definitely. Okay, here we are. The print is done. Let's go ahead and rip it off the build plate. We can take off this little brim. Here we go. Little bit of stringing. Let's get rid of that real quick. So this is our Christmas benchy. And like I said, this is supposed to be a multi-filament print, but that would have taken so long and I didn't feel like doing it. Little present on the back, really cool. And it actually has a little boat driver. Is that a cat? That might be a cat. I can't tell. But yeah, it has a little driver in the boat and it's a little ornament so you can hang it. Boop. And I actually have a good idea for my little Grinch thing now. So I already know what I'm gonna do with that with this thing. So super cool model, and thank you guys for joining into the stream. Today was really great. I appreciate you guys coming out, all the gifts and super chats that you guys sent. Thank you guys for all these amazing messages. Thank you all for subscribing and liking and giving me a bunch of support that makes me want to do this every single day. Like I said, my next live stream will be Wednesday around the same time, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification icon to stay in the know for all of my live streams, and I will see you guys